Welcome back to episode 5, season 2, episode 5. Honestly,
time is flying.
Wow. Okay, last episode, technical difficulties. You see, this is the problem.
What?
You know, I feel like none of us could really get into a relationship if we want to keep this whole podcast alive.
Oh,
I'm just letting you know right now.
Why?
Because I couldn't really I was so busy dating, going out on dates, going out on trying to get to know this man that I wasn't prioritizing the whole podcast. And honestly, I slipped up on the episode. It came out a little late. I'm sorry about that, guys. It came out on a Friday and not a Thursday. But yeah, dating is really distracting for me.
Imagine you were deep in it though. I feel like it would be even more
yeah. And I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I could live. But yeah, I was like, this date is when
the voice gets higher, that's when you know. I had a good date. It was whatever.
It's a white man in Black History Month. But no,
okay. It's love is love. Even though that's definitely not used for what I'm using it for.
Why do I feel like a lot of people are dating white people? Like a lot of Black girls are dating white men right now. What is up? What is up?
I can't say anything about that because I have before. I know what you're saying. I feel like it's not even.
I just feel like every time I scroll, I'm seeing guys, I had some pink peen today. Guys,
I tried some red meat today.
Guys, I went on my first date with a white guy. I feel like a lot more Black girls who I never thought would be with white guys or date white guys are dating them. And look, I've been hiding this in the closet.
Hiding since episode 1, season 1. We've been known. We both do.
Okay, wait, hold on. But I've been trying. I don't know about that lifestyle. I don't know what y'all do. I try to distance myself from the white man.
No, I feel like we're open to dating white guys. We're okay with it, but we're not the type of people who are vocal about it,
and then you see them with a white man. That's what I feel like I'm seeing more.
Okay,
the people who are super vocal and who I've only seen exclusively date
yes,
Black men.
Okay, yes,
I see them with white guys now, and I'm just like,
they stepping out a little something different.
Y'all seen what we was hiding.
Well, we kept it in the dark, y'all brought to the light.
During Black History Month, though, come on, shame on you. Shame. At least I've been hiding mine. I haven't even been posting on my close friends about this white guy.
That is true. You haven't posted one thing about him.
I'll post on March 1st.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I've been trying to not that it's even matters or it's that big of a deal. I'm just but I'm seeing shit and I'm like, oh. Okay.
But it's crazy. I never thought I would. I hate sometimes when people are like, there is a clear difference of being with white guys versus Black guys, but there is. I know, but
I hate when I know exactly what you're saying.
You know, you don't want to be like, oh, we're it's the same type of thing. A guy's a guy. It really isn't. It really isn't. It's an untapped world, to be quite honest.
But the thing is, it's more about personality than it is other things. When people say it, I feel like it makes it seem like you're look at us over here being we're trying to stick up for the white man.
No. It's very much we love our Black kings. Okay,
of course, yes, but it's very much a personality thing, or it's a cultural thing. I'm not talking about anything else other than that. I'm not trying to. No.
I definitely do feel like it's easier to date within your race though, because it's just culturally the same, but.
Well, for some people it is. For some people, because the last episode we were talking about that show I watched, and this one Indian guy and this Indian girl were like, "Oh, I've only dated white guys. Yeah. That's what I'm used to." And I'm like, apparently to them it seems normal and easy and whatever. But
I feel like I want to take it back to okay, so I feel like your family,
not religious wise. Is that what you mean?
Not religious wise, but how you guys are,
okay.
And I feel like you guys are very maybe not your dad per se, but your mom is very Zen. She reminds me of those she doesn't. I can't explain it.
I know what you're saying.
She is your sister in a way, how you're.
She is similar, yeah.
But so in that sort of demeanor or whatever. Whereas I feel like somebody bringing a white person to my family, it would be like, you
no,
know what I mean? Like, they will say it straight up. They'll be like
to his face,
in front of their face.
Yes.
So it's like that is scary.
I would say
like
the difference. They wouldn't say it, but they would feel the same. They would feel the same. They would not say it. They would not say it.
But my family would say it.
Yeah, no.
My family would say. Yes. I think my dad would just be quiet the entire time. And then my mom wouldn't care. Yeah. But then my brothers and they would say it.
Like, you mean like, okay, we're just going to set the scenario. You're dating a white guy, whatever. You bring him home. You're saying while you're there and all your family was there, they would mention something about it, or they'd make like a joke about it?
I know my joke right off the bat.
But your parents too would do that or no?
My mom would laugh. My mom would laugh along.
Okay.
My dad mostly probably would just be quiet.
Yeah, my parents wouldn't say anything or bring it up.
My dad is never like that. My dad is the type to always like say something after somebody leaves. Like, even growing up with my friends and stuff, he would say something after my friends left. But with my mom, she's like really obviously like respectable and nice, but she will joke and laugh if somebody makes a joke about it because she just doesn't understand.
My mom will joke and laugh, but not while they're there.
No, my mom has also no filter a little bit too. But then my
cousins, where you get it from?
Yeah, my cousins and my brothers, nah, they would be like, "You brought this white man home? Yeah, you brought this white man home?"
I can't even imagine what they would be like.
They were like, "Get this crack ass motherfucker out of here!" And I say that respectfully. Well, not really.
No,
but they really would. Yeah. They would be like, "Get this Hold up about this cracker. Hold up about this unseasoned chicken over here." No. Yeah, they would say something.
Yeah, they would.
Very vocal about it and wouldn't stop.
No, they wouldn't.
I feel like it would be. I wouldn't be able to bring a white guy who's not tough or like in his like comfortable in that situation. So yeah, I think that's a problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's different levels. Like, I feel like
my parents definitely feel a certain way. Yeah, but I don't know. They just wouldn't say that to them.
Yeah, I don't think they would say anything.
But also, I feel like after they would get to know someone, no matter like the race or anything, like I'm not gonna say it, like, honestly, for them, religion trumps all. So like, no matter what, they wouldn't care. But it's the religion that would be the issue more than anything. Yes, like 100%.
I don't even think religion would even matter necessarily.
Yeah, I feel like that's the main difference. Like, I mean, obviously saying something in front of them is like also the difference between us. Yeah. But like, between my parents and your parents, they would still probably maybe feel the same way, joke about it. Not in front of them, but the same way. But religion-wise, no.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. Oh, well, understandable.
You understand, but
Understandable.
Yeah.
No. That's my main fear of like dating white guys, because I always think like...
is that the only race? Like, I feel like you're open to other guys, but maybe you've never even thought about it.
I feel like it's not that much of like a crazy...
If you brought an Asian guy home,
I don't think it would be that much of a big deal, where it would be shocking, but I don't think it would...
They wouldn't joke or anything in front of them?
I don't think it would be that like... outright.
Like, there wouldn't be a comment made in front.
I think because they know that I've like dated white guys, and they'll be like, come on, get... Like,
it's also...
You know what I mean?
It's also kind of a different dynamic. Like, even taking dating out of it, I feel like... Not to be like that, but like now we're just... Black people are just more... In general, black people, I mean, are more open, like joking or like saying certain things about white people. Just being like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas they're like, they can just joke and be like that. It's just like flip the script where it's like, not completely. I'm not saying completely. Where you feel comfortable being like, da, 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 da. Where it's any other race, it's like, no, I'm not gonna.
I feel like if it's any other race, they would. But you know what? I say this, I don't think my family would outright joke the first day. They would probably...
They might joke, but they're not.
They would make a joke. They would just look like uncomfortable. They would say something. They would just...
No,
you know like, I feel like they would want to make a joke so bad. And like, I
feel like they would make one joke and then that would be it. Like, what was it, Thanksgiving or Christmas, when we were hanging out? I don't even know how the subject came up, but they were making fun of me, and I didn't even bring it up. I didn't bring up the fact that I was into white guys, but they were like, "Oh," and I'm like, "What is going on right now?"
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah. But like, you've been around. Like,
it's definitely different.
But I feel like they would definitely say something in Creole or like right after the situation, go in a different room, laugh. I would hear it. Like, I just know my family. So,
or like maybe the guy would say something, and they'd just be like, "Oh."
Yeah,
and you'd be like, what? And you'd be like, nothing.
literally. Like, that is one of the biggest fears of just like introducing, especially somebody of a different race to your family, because I don't know that even just introducing a guy in general to my family is
same.
Like, no, guys,
I don't even want
I'm
to think
single.
about it.
I'm a virgin. I don't do anything. I'm like, no, bring a man home, never. Like, literally, I think I would just show up married, call it a day.
I think engaged.
I have no family.
Engaged is the way to go.
No, I don't know how they would feel about. Yeah, I feel like white is just so different. Whereas, like,
it's not. I don't think it's even that it's different. It's just there's a dynamic that is between black people and white people that's always been. That's another subject, but
exactly. I feel you. But yes. Anyways, my black girls out there who are trying pink teen for the first time, you know, getting a little taste of the
different delicacy, something different.
Sometimes it could work. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's still Black History Month. Let's
she's trying to do a little
reel it back in. It's still Black History Month. We ain't talking about that no more. We ain't talking about that. But like, okay, wait, hold on. On the topic though of like dating preferences and stuff like that, like, do you think you have any sort of specific preference when it comes to looks?
I wouldn't say that I do, but I feel like if you were to describe my type to someone else, like I posted on my close friends recently, you would say a certain thing, but I don't think I do. Like race or ethnicity or even culture wise, I don't think I do have a type.
You sure don't? I don't think so.
I don't.
But I don't get it. Like, it's
just whatever is attractive to me or whatever I think is hot or whatever is it for me.
I feel like I have a specific preference when it comes to certain races.
Yes, exactly. I do not. Well, no, you know what it is? Okay, listen, I'll say, I'm generalizing here, but with like white and black guys, I don't have a specific preference. Black guys maybe a little bit, but everything else, I do.
Oh, you do?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you have
with white and black guys, if they're hot, they're hot. But anything else like Asian, Middle Eastern, Indian,
you have a specific type.
Specific with, I can't even speak. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, maybe I'm saying with only black guys, I have a specific type.
Okay, yeah. So black and white guys, you have a specific type? Not with white guys.
Because think about it. Think about all
true.
Exactly.
Sorry. My eyes did a little shade.
I don't care. But in general, it's just like what I'm attracted to most, I'm attracted to. The only thing I'm saying that about black guys is because if I'm being honest, I don't like a pretty boy who is a black guy. Like, because there are pretty. No, I don't think I do, but I don't know. What would you describe the guy I showed you recently? Without getting into anything else, you wouldn't think he was like a pretty boy, would you?
No, I would think he's like a frat boy.
Okay, let's not say that, please. No.
That's why I'm like, when you showed me,
I was a frat boy. Am I stuck in a certain kind of age where I'm thinking like polo? Like,
yeah, you're stuck in that. I'm thinking of like, I probably wear those fishing shirts. And
I don't see that him wearing a fishing shirt.
Oh my, what?
What is the fishing? No, I'm not even. Anyways, but no, okay. I don't like pretty boys in general. In general, that's where I'll say I'll draw the line. You know what? In any culture, any ethnicity, I don't like pretty boys. If you're prettier than me, I'm not into you. I'm not into that. Because frat guys can be like not cute, but he's
not like the quintessential frat boy, I would say, but he very much reminds me.
Maybe we should say college white boy, like a college, a party white boy. Because frat is just like
he just looks like the college like white boy. Yeah. Like I was explaining to you, I just feel like he went to our high school. Like that's what he just gives off.
No, you can't say that because our high school has
but I feel like he gives that vibe. Like I don't know. Like the way he was dressed, maybe in his pictures or whatever. Like I just felt like they were probably freshman year pictures or something
of college.
Yeah. Okay. Like it looked just fresh out of high school type thing. Like I don't know. Not saying young face wise because white people, they look 20 years old senior year.
They have a different age range than me.
So I can't even say that. But yeah, it just I wouldn't have pegged you as that person. Like
so then
that was shocking to me. Because based off what I would think your type is,
what you showed me recently is kind of a little bit shocking. A little bit.
That is complete. Like, and I could say that is not my typical type at all.
And I couldn't say that about me because I don't have a type. It's just so weird. I really don't. It's more about what I'm attracted to.
I feel like I'm more lenient, which is crazy. I'm more lenient when it comes to like white guys a little bit, because I think like it's a little bit all over the place of what I like. Like I like a little, I don't know. I could like a hippie looking white guy. I could like a more put together white guy.
So then,
or whatever.
in general,
so it's like,
do you think you have a type? Like the question that we started with. Like with any race, do you think you have a type?
I do have types within race. I feel like, because I don't really like to date light skinned black.
I don't either.
I do think I have a type when it comes to that.
My exception with that, which I've said 1,000 times, is if they have like dreads and they're a little bit like a little something, like a Skip Marley.
I just feel like it's almost like being a big girl. I don't tend to go for bigger men either, because it's just like, I don't know, two light skins. Like, imagine, I don't want my kids to be light bright. I'm just saying that right now. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it right now. Look,
well, they probably
don't wish that on me.
I'm not wishing it on you, but if you like a white man, what you think your kid
gonna?
Oh
my God! Shut up! That is literally why I'm scared to like date white men still, because like I feel like I'm like, at that age now where I'm
can we put our faces next to each other? She's like, I don't want a light bright. She is a light bright. If you mix with the white man, what do you think is gonna happen?
I'm trying not to date white men, but I
can't. How's it going?
Shut the fuck. Look, I'm really for so long though, I've been trying to like really find a serious relationship with a black man,
a man of color, or just black man
a man of color,
okay,
honestly. Yeah. But like, because I feel realistically, you're at that stage where you're not dating just to date.
Yes, now. Yeah.
So I think about like the future. Like, do I really want? If I end up having kids, do I really want it with? Like, and I hate to say it though,
but that's something.
But it's like if it happens, like I'm not gonna say I'm gonna hate my freaking child. No. But I'm saying like realistically. I just prefer like a dark skinned man. Like that's just my preference. Dark skin,
dark and handsome.
No, when white girls say tall, dark, and handsome, they're talking
not
about
what we're talking about.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I like every color of the rainbow.
I do like every color, but like, you know what I end up going for is that. But I feel like I do have a preference of type. Again, I don't do big niggas like that. I don't. I know coming from a big bitch, you would think that I would do big niggas. No,
I've heard that from big girls. Like
two big bellies clapping together. Don't work for me. It don't work for me.
No,
and sometimes like I don't know. Like I just don't like seeing the belly. Like I like to, like I don't want to lift up to see a dick. Yes. Ooh.
I can't even say anything about that because I don't feel like
I just feel like our fats would just be clapping together.
I feel like we should change the subject.
Why?
No, I mean,
why can't we talk?
No, we can.
People gonna cancel me for being fat phobic?
Yes,
a big bitch like me.
They will.
A big bitch like me.
Yes.
How you gonna cancel me for being fat phobic?
Because I guess you. But you know what? You're a different type of breed of woman. Because like you won't care if a big guy is saying that about big girls.
I don't.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck? Like that's like I don't know if a big nigga don't want to.
If a guy is basically describing how I look and they're like, I don't like that type of girl, I will feel some type of way about that.
Usually the niggas that's saying that they don't like that type of girl, I wouldn't even want that type of nigga. That's what I'm saying.
True.
So like it don't bother. Like
even though I don't want that, I don't know. It bothers me. Isn't that weird?
See these Gen Z kids when I tell them.
Shut the fuck up. But no, you know that one podcast where those guys, whatever they're called, where Asian Doll was on it. Mm-hmm. That bothered me. The way they were talking about black women, that bothers me.
Explain it.
So I don't know if they were talking about it when she was on the podcast, but in general, they just talk about, they're like, I don't like black girls. They're ratchet. They're this, they're that. And I'm like, even if they are that way, why does that matter? Why is that a bad thing? Or if they're not that way, why does it matter? Like, how can you generalize one person?
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not generalizing like a race of people, but I'm just saying.
You're generalizing a type of person, a big person. That is a generalization.
But because I feel like I can experience it as being a big person. I'm coming from my experience. Sometimes,
so are you saying someone who, let's say they're similar to your build, but they're a guy, you're not into it at all?
I wouldn't say that because I've like dated guys who are big.
I don't know. I don't even know how.
Like I'm not, and I'm not saying like to say, but the thing is also what I feel like what I'm saying is different than you're comparing me to that, because they're saying like, oh, I would never date a black girl. That's like disgusting, whatever. I would never say that like that type is not cute, like attractive, whatever. Okay. Yeah, ruled out or whatever. Like definitely, like I'm not that type of person. Saying, but I'm just saying when I have experienced
with it, okay,
I don't like it.
Okay,
I don't care for it. But I'm not saying that person is ugly, this and that or whatever. There's fine ass big niggas, whatever, to each his own. But and like, you know, maybe, but I haven't found the one where I'm like messing with them and it's just like, no. Just like people will be like, well, I love skinny niggas because, you know, they got that third leg. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm generalizing that. Like, most of the time when it's a bigger nigga.
A bigger nigga?
A bigger nigga. Like, it just, it don't work.
I don't have experience on that, so I won't speak on it. But
I've
heard that. I've definitely heard that. Yes.
Yeah, no, I can't believe this. We was about to end this podcast. This bitch was going to compare me to the incel niggas.
No, I wait. Well, I guess I was.
She was trying to compare me to the incel niggas. No. I'm just saying, like, and like that guy who I went on the date with that like bigger guy. He had like a big belly.
That's not Tennis. Is a different guy.
No, Tennis was slim.
Okay. I didn't realize that. I feel like, anyways.
No, he was. Yeah.
Okay.
He was a really good body, actually. Weird personality though. But
that's the thing. Personality, it trumps everything.
Yeah. And like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I feel like guys have been like, oh well. Like I've had guys say like, oh, I don't like her because she got like her gap teeth or whatever. She bigger or whatever. This and that. Okay, like whatever. Like I just feel like I don't care because like I could say like 5 things about you that I really would not want to, you know what I mean?
I see what you're
saying.
Like
we all say things like, again, on this, we're just like bantering or whatever. We all say things on this podcast and stuff, but like, and we all say things in a group chat where we say some shit, you know what I mean?
I'm not
like,
even
we say some
like
shit.
I don't
so
say some messy
it's
shit
like,
in the group chat.
Whatever. If a nigga want to say some shit like that, it's stupid. Like I think you could call me out and say it's stupid and be like whatever, but it's my opinion. At the end of the day, you know who we need to cancel again?
Who again?
Joe Biden. Okay,
Biden. What do you do?
Yes, day 500, and I still haven't got my check. Let's cancel him.
Wait, is it day 500?
I don't know
what day it is. I
don't know what day it is. We did it, Joe. Y'all ain't do shit. I'm ready for my check. Anyway, if y'all want to cancel somebody, don't be canceling me. Cancel him. Like, is there some things that if people say when you ask the specific questions, or is there specific questions that you ask when you're dating, and then if you don't get a certain response, you're just like,
It's not. If I think there's things that, like you said, like if they say smoke weed, I've never had somebody say that on a date, first of all, so I don't think I would be into that, even though you know me.
Yeah.
But or if they're like party or go out bars, I'm like, okay, like all right. Or if they say like one of the recent ones that we talked about where he said he doesn't do anything, basically.
Yeah.
Those are just like
red flags.
Yes. Like at least come up with a lie. Like, I don't know. Like,
I feel like sometimes I have to lie when people ask me what do I like to do for fun.
Is that bad that I think that's better than telling the truth if it's those things I just said?
No, because like I like to do things for fun, but the thing is it's never like one specific thing. Like I like just doing a lot of
like
things.
I was gonna say I'm not really an outdoorsy person, but I do like to do outdoorsy things. Okay. So if someone asks me that, I'm not gonna be like, I like to go on hikes. Like that's not me. That's not. But if it came about, I would be like, okay, yeah, like I'm okay to go do that.
I always put like,
what do you? Okay, we should say each other. Like if someone asks you that question, okay, what do you say?
Wait, no, okay. Well, somebody asked me that question. My go-to response is I always say something that, you know, just encompasses something outdoor, but that I've actually done.
Okay.
And found exciting and fun. So I'll say, oh, I love going to the springs.
That's similar to mine. I say beach. I say beach.
Because I do.
Okay.
But it's like, do I all the time? No. But hey, I will go.
Okay.
And so I feel like it's a little different. Like, kayaking, blah, blah. So I'm that person. And then I'll say like, I tend to spend most of my time traveling.
I say that as well.
And I say going to concerts and such like that.
I feel like I don't say that, but I should start saying that because I do like that's one thing I will go to like a lot.
I say concerts all the time.
I love concerts
because it's also like something that gets the ball rolling. That and traveling, because then you could talk about places that you've gone, and then with music, I say like talk about
eating too, like going out to eat or trying different foods. I like that.
Oh, I always say like instead of saying going out to eat because I don't want there's certain things like I feel like I'm always bringing my weight, but like there's certain things as a girl like you feel like you can't really say all the time like, yeah, I love eating, but I'm not gonna say I love eating. Like it's almost like the whole dilemma of like when Black people don't like eating watermelon or fried chicken sometimes. But yeah, so I'm always like, well, I love going out with my friends to like different.
I say that.
Yeah, like I'll say like going out to
so we basically have the same things that we say. You know what I've thrown in there that I do not do. I haven't done it recently.
What?
I haven't done it recently. Reading.
Not reading.
I don't be reading books. I don't. But I used to throw that in there.
Sometimes, okay, so when I to show my like creative side and everything like that, I'll just be like, well, I'm into like videography and stuff like that. Bitch, the only videography I do is filming this podcast.
Hey, but you can throw that in there, and you can throw makeup.
Yeah, like, well, I don't really throw makeup that much.
Or hair, like, you don't throw that in there.
I throw that in as like my job, like my occupation. Okay. But when I'm saying like
hobbies
and stuff like video editing and stuff, they're like, oh, that's so interesting. They think I'm this like
Steven Spielberg over here.
They think I'm like really cool and like totally like that. What's it called? The girl that you find in the record store.
Oh God!
Give him that tease, You gotta throw a different type of woman. Sometimes when you date somebody, I feel like I end up adopting their personality just a little bit. Like
everyone does.
Be like, oh, I love football. I'm like, oh, Messi, yeah.
She went international with it. I wasn't expecting her to say Messi after football.
I was like, yeah, Ronaldo, man. Yeah. Man United,
Exactly. Yep. No, that is good. That's good though. For me, when guys say sports, I have little tidbits that I can throw in that seems like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, my go-to is like, because I was technically, but like I'll be like, oh, I was such a Lakers fan back in the day,
Me too.
When
who was it? Kobe?
And I'll just be like, yeah, that was the dream team, 2000 when they won the back-to-back titles,
Yes.
I throw that in there, and then like, what's my other sports thing? Sometimes, like I'll mention, what? If I'm gonna give this as a tip to the ladies. If like a man is into like a sports or something like that, just get one main player on a team. Usually I feel like James Harden is the go-to. Figure out what he's doing and be like, oh yeah, I heard about that James Harden trade.
Yes. That's so true. If you know at least one player on one team, or separately a player that's traded different, like that will get you in a little bit.
But the thing is, how I know a little bit about sports is only because I know like the girls that they date. I'll just like figure it out from there, and I'm like, that's true. Ben Simmons, he needs to start throwing better 3-pointers, right?
Yeah, he's whatever.
Wait, is that what that's right? I think that's correct about him.
I think he's just in general he sucks,
but I think that's correct about him. I didn't even know. I think I just guessed that. Oh my gosh, no, yeah.
No, that is true. That is true. Because I know exactly who he's dating right now. I don't know who James Harden is dating, but I know who he used to date.
And I know that the jokes on Twitter is like he wants to trade out of the Brooklyn Nets or whatever. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I know that he's trying to trade, and they're like, they said the whole thing about the strippers. He probably wanted to trade because
yes, I mean he used to play in Houston, and we got some. But you see, that's like
you see, I barely even watch. I have not watched a single game this season. Like, you know what I mean?
I haven't
But
either.
The fact that I'd even know that, my mind.
She got the mind of a mastermind. You
gotta know these little things, okay?
You do.
That's how you get it.
That's how you
okay? Reel them in. Get a little pick. You gotta do a little pick me, okay? All these girls talk about. Oh, I don't want to be a pick me.
Please.
Yeah, I'm cooked.
For the right man, you will.
Okay, you gotta be a little pick me, baby.
Just a little flavor, a little spice.
Nah, sometimes yep, I be doing that way. I be doing that into some dick, baby girl. I be like, yeah, oh my gosh, yes, I can't believe he's trading.
Oh
like,
my god, yes, he's not. I can't believe he's leaving.
He's leaving. Oh my god, Tom Brady's last.
He retired.
Tom Brady retired.
The goat, the motherfucking goat.
Tom Brady retired, baby. Come here, baby. It's like, oh my god, you can't see. I know Braun. He's out. He's not playing right now. It's okay. Come on.
I know he's on the bench right now, but like,
I know you lost the parlay to the.
Not the parlay.
I know he didn't score in the first down. I know it's hard. I know it's hard out here.
That's what you gotta do, though.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta do that. Look, ladies, if you want it, hey, I'm giving you the points.
Exactly. It's crazy because guys don't really have to do that with us.
Oh, yes, they do.
What do they have to do?
Guys, you think guys don't do that in a way?
They don't have to be into girls' interests to make you like them. They don't have to be like, oh, Kylie Jenner's doing this. Wait. Oh, the makeup line. No, they don't give a fuck.
But they are doing it in a different way, though.
How?
You don't think so?
I want to know. You need to explain it to me.
I think like certain times, like, bitches is not funny sometimes. And they be laughing at our jokes.
That's different because we do that with men. What I'm saying is...
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, that's something, though. You laughing your way into some pussy.
I guess. But
or, like, you're acting interested in what they said. Or, like, oh, yeah, how was your day?
No, that's not the same thing. It's not saying like, how was your day or laughing.
What did Jenny say to Michael? Yeah, what's the tea on Jenny?
No, because guys still spill tea. They act like they don't, but the guys still gossip.
True, they do.
I'm saying is specific interests that generalizing here that girls are into. They're not going to be like makeup, fashion, or like maybe the girlies in music or whatever that we're into. They don't bring that up to reel you in, but girls do that. Think about it, like. Just a little bit.
Maybe I have to think about it. I'll come back to you.
Yes, maybe. But I think I'm accurate about that.
About guys. Okay, so you think guys don't ever have to like act like they're fake interested in something to get...
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like they don't... Their game is different than our game. Like, I know...
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
Okay, well, yeah. Definitely different. How do you think...
I don't have game. But what I'm saying...
No, but how do you think guys... What game do guys use? Or have... What game have you seen been used on you that you're just like, you realize it, but you're just like, well, I want the same thing, so it don't matter. I know I'm getting game right now. I know he's trying to pull game.
It might be literally what I just said.
What?
What I just said that they don't do. Like me being like, oh, I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or I was watching Love is Blind or something. They're like, oh, I've seen that. Are you for it? Oh, I like that. And they're lying through the teeth.
I think there's just different ways to get girls, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, guys, I don't know, I feel like a little bit of an interest or something or whatever, just listening to them or hearing them talk about sports or acting like you're fake interested in that, like, can get you that. But I feel like with girls, like, I feel like most girls, because I'm gonna get in trouble for generalizing again, most girls, I feel like they like compliments or something like that.
That's
so they'll
true.
just be like, no, you look fine, like this looks beautiful on you, whatever. Like, I feel like that is a way that they do it.
Okay, you might be right about that.
Because like what really, like, are you really gonna... I don't know, I don't want my nigga talking about makeup with me, to be quite honest.
That is true, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's... I mean, maybe guys are like, they're like, I don't want my girl talking about sports with me, but I feel like some guys find that attractive, like, oh my gosh, like a girl who likes sport. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and like,
yeah,
all
that's
day,
true.
and you that's not something you use like all the time. It's, you're supposed to sprinkle it in there.
Okay, true.
And usually sprinkle it in there when you're in the getting to know phase and all that stuff, because it's just like, ooh, okay.
After that, then you might be side-eyeing them if they're like, oh my god, have you seen the new Too Faced palette? You're like,
yeah, like I don't want my man coming out like, oh yeah, you're gonna get that bust down 30-inch wig with the middle part. Like, what?
Why do you know about that? You're like, you got the shellac gel. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, who taught you that?
Who
taught you that?
Are you doing that?
Like, yeah, no, like I don't want that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like, oh wait, hold on, you saw Rihanna's about to drop in Ulta, like this and that. Like, how many?
Why do you know that?
Like shit like that. Like you
right.
don't want your nigga talking about.
That's true. That is true.
But like, I feel like niggas are like, oh shit, like if a girl, whatever.
That's true.
I might be wrong. Who knows?
Double standards, maybe they're...
Men, tell us. What do you think?
Sound off in the comments.
Oh my God. Recently, I came across this thing where this guy, he was talking about how, so his family was just like, oh, well, you're about to turn 30 something and you haven't been with a woman. Like, it's getting very, strange. So he decided to lose his virginity at 29 to a hooker.
Okay.
And then he was like out dating and stuff like that and getting to know these girls. And then he told like the story. And so the whole point of the date is like you buzz the guy off and like you buzz him if they say something that you just don't agree with, or like you just be like, I don't want to hear about that. Yeah. So he basically says like, oh, I hooked up with this hooker at like 29
as his first
his first sexual encounter. And then I'm just like, she didn't immediately buzz him off.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go the other way. I was gonna say
no. She didn't buzz him off, and I'm just like, that would have been the first thing. I wouldn't like what. How would you feel if your man like paid for sex?
That's different than the thing you just said.
Different than
losing your virginity at 29 to a.
Okay, well, say age out of there.
Age out of there and virginity out of there. Just in general, if my man has ever been with it, I don't think I care. Like, not that.
Okay, so then
I'm not gonna say I don't care.
So then virginity in there only, not age, but virginity in there
to a sex worker.
Mm-hmm. So you only care about if it's a virginity, not if like in general that he's done that.
I think it also depends on age. I don't know. Like, I don't know, because I just have this view of like straight men in general, where it's just like, I mean, they have it on themselves as well because they feel like they need to do that. Because what girl is 29 and a virgin is gonna find a male hooker to lose their virginity to? That doesn't happen. Yeah, it's different for men. So I think if that happened in the past when they're younger, or maybe like they had a wild phase, I'm just like, But if you're a virgin and it's recent and that's the way you lost your virginity, I don't know how I would feel about that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was just like, wow, maybe I'm not as open-minded as I thought I was.
Maybe I'm not.
Because I was looking, I was like, I would have buzzed immediately.
I would have buzzed.
But then it's just like crazy. I'm like, why would I buzz? But then I'm like, I just feel like their personality, there's a type of a person that like, if you had to do that, I feel like, you're not that type of guy that I want to be with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But like, I was just like, that's crazy. Oh my gosh.
It is.
I feel like girls, like, like you were saying, like girls would never, well, I wouldn't say never, but like I have not come across.
I would generalize and say never. That's not a thing.
Yeah. Because
I mean, in this day and age, girls don't need to do that. Maybe guys, it's different because you're the one who has to like, I don't know the words, but like you have to like look for the girl who's into that, who's ready to just hook up. And if you're a virgin, maybe it would be harder to find that. You're like, I'm trying to lose it as soon as possible. Whereas girls, we could be a virgin at 29, open an app, download an app, and find a guy immediately who would have sex with us. Yeah. Wow. We could.
Like, is thirsty. God damn. Have some standards. Have some morals. I'm just kidding.
Are you not embarrassed?
Are you not embarrassed? Is that not embarrassing? Nah,
it's not obviously. No.
Wow. You guys are easy.
They really are. Okay. They say we're the easy ones, but
you guys are easy. All I had to do was talk about James Harden, and then I'm
in there like swimmer, like
oof. What?
Have some class.
Come on,
please.
Have some standards
for real.
Actually, do want to tell a story about like the date that I recently went on.
Okay.
So, not necessarily a story because it was fine, but it got me thinking. Well, after the date, like.
This is the most recent one, right?
Yeah, I seen something online and it made me think. So when we're on this date, like the waitress was not saying she was like not acknowledging me.
I didn't know you were gonna go there.
Yeah, she was definitely acknowledging me, but I feel like her first like go-to joke was always with him, and it was just like I don't know. I didn't feel some type of way in the instant, like in that situation, but then I realized like when I seen an article about something, or like people were probably discussing it on Twitter, I don't know, and then I was just like, wait, hold on, that really just happened to me, and I don't know, I felt some type of way. I'm like, why are you being nice to him? Like
I feel
like I know he gonna pay the bill because I'm like,
yes, I was gonna say like, that's I feel like that's generally where it goes, it is,
and it could be just like friendly, but I'm just saying like and I'm not to say that she was definitely flirting with him at all, like not like that, but it was just like she was just making jokes with him. I'm like, girl, like
I think that might.
I want a joke too. What's the joke?
What's so funny? Are you a comedian? Are you? Is that what you do? Is that your like?
So I'm sitting.
Wait. Okay.
So I'm sitting there looking. I'm just like, okay, yeah, funny. Like I'll chime in like a little bit. Like it was something because I forgot. Okay, so I think we only like really ordered drinks, and then also the fact that we were kind of like in a corner. We didn't really like care for her to come back because we were just like
talking,
conversating so much or whatever. So I didn't really care that she wasn't really coming. So I think maybe that's why she initially came and made the joke, because she was just like, oh my god, you guys hate me because like I haven't been in here. And I was like, honestly, like it doesn't matter, like it's cool. And then she had said something like a joke, and then I was just like, what's I was just like, what? I didn't hear. I want to laugh. I think, and then but yeah, and then she like made a joke, and I kind of made a joke too. Like I don't think she was like exclusively doing it on purpose, but then I just realized like a lot of waitresses do tend to just go straight to like the guy.
I think because I've been a server before, I think for me, well, first of all, I'm different because I don't really care that much. Like I'm not like one of those people that's like, I'm a great server, I'm great at my job, I'm the best that I do. I'm like, I'm here, I'm whatever. But in general, maybe what you said earlier was like they know that the guy's gonna pay, so they're just maybe trying to get his like vibe or his attention. But I don't know. Like for me, I purposely do the opposite of what you're saying. I purposely try and engage the woman and the man. I'm like, oh, so I look at both of them. I'm like, like I don't try and just look at the guy, because
that's what
most of the time I'm well. Anyways, I'm not into that. I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I don't know.
So I haven't worked like as a waitress, but in retail or even just like working in the hotel industry, if like a man and a woman check in or this and that, like I usually tend to engage the woman or like acknowledge the woman first and then like say something, whatever. Like, so it always like baffles me when like it's the opposite way or like done
maybe there's just some hoes out there. Like,
nah, I don't think she was like I really think she was just like joking or whatever, but like still it was just like very weird seeing like having that happen and then seeing it on Twitter, and I'm like, that should happen to me. Like I don't know, I feel like if it was way more extreme, like I would feel definitely some type of way. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, like
it might just be
the waitress community is about to come for me. Like I'm already getting canceled by fat niggas.
Well, first of all, if we're being woke, it's not waitress, it's server. But
okay.
But no.
Right, well, the serving community is about to come for me. They're about to drag me to filth, because they're probably gonna be like, "Bitch, we ain't looking at you. We don't care about your nigga, that your dusty man." Blah blah blah.
I don't even know.
No, it's just like. I always just think about like that, because one time the girl was, I don't know, maybe she was just crazy. I excitingly said hi to like a guy because he was my brother's friend. Okay. And that's how I knew him. And so I was like, hi, or whatever. And the girl looked at me crazy and then looked at him crazy. And like, I was just like, he knows my brother, and I just like ran away. I'm like, what? Like I felt so.
Sometimes
I was also younger, but I felt so scared. I was just like, oh my god, like what?
Sometimes it's either the customer who's having a certain like reaction to it, or it's the server who's like acting a certain way. Like you said, like.
And I'm just saying, like I looked a mess too. Like I'm a kid.
It doesn't
literally
matter.
Look a mess, and I'm like.
To certain girls, it doesn't matter. It's just like, who is she? Why is she waving at you? Who the fuck is that waving at you across the?
Literally,
like you never know.
I was like, oh my god.
You know what happened with me at work recently? It's not really similar, but it's kind of similar. So I'm like, I'm serving someone. It's like a guy and a woman and a guy, whatever the fuck. I don't know how to say it, but I'm assuming they're a couple. They're together, and he kept saying to me like, this is really specific, but he didn't say, can we have 2 separate checks? He said 1 check, and also can you make sure it says like 1 person or like 1 guest on there? But when he said it, he kept saying 1 guest, 1 guest. So when I heard that, I'm thinking 1 check. He didn't say 1 person, so I'm like, what? So I bring him 1 check, and then on it says 2 guests, and I'm like, why does that matter? I'm telling my manager, and she's like, maybe he's cheating, and I'm
cheating,
like,
yep.
What? Like, what? That's crazy.
That
though.
would happen. Okay, in the hotel industry
that's different than what I'm saying,
crazy,
though. Because what I'm saying is like what the situation would have to be is the girl he's with is in charge of their finances. She takes their receipts and she reads them in detail. Because if she gets one receipt and she sees two people, she'll be like, oh, maybe you're out with your coworker, you were out with this guy, or whatever. She's not gonna know that it's like.
Maybe he just wanted to dot his like.
I don't know what the fuck it was, but I was like, what?
Literally at the, well, not even just the hotel, like, well, yeah, the hotel. So there would be this guy who would come in all the time, and he would make sure never to charge anything to the room.
Okay.
And he just like, I guess he didn't want to show that, like, because he would usually have breakfast for two people and like all this stuff. He just never wanted to charge anything to the room specifically, because then it would see like, okay, you had two breakfasts.
So then how do you do it?
He would just like pay outright. Like he would like, if you charge anything to the room, he would literally go ballistic. Like he did not even want it to see on a return receipt or something like that it was charged to the room. He didn't want anything. It was because he had a wife and he was messing with a man. Every week that guy
was it a different guy or it was the same guy?
Oh, you come in with a different. No, he would have like a boy. I think it was it a different guy every week? There would be a main. I think there was a main guy he would come in with all the time, but he had a type. Like it wasn't like, I guess 3 months ago it was a different guy or whatever.
Wow.
But like I never had paid attention to him until they told me about that, I guess, and I was just
messy,
and
messy.
They were nasty.
What do you mean?
Like,
how were they nasty?
Like I'm saying, like house cleaning would have to go in like to clean that room. Like they would always get like a specific room, and like literally they would always order different sheets all the time. Condom wrappers all in the thing. Oh my god! All the time.
Well, good for them. Be safe. But still, that's crazy.
But all the time go in.
Oh my god.
Yes, and it was just a type like
What was the type?
Little Twinkie boy. But he was just like this, like.
What did the guy look like?
This old, like, big guy. And it was just like, and like, I'm talking like 5'2", and the guy, like the guys would be 5'2", and short, tiny, and then like he was like this huge, like old, like.
Was it like a bear and a twink, basically?
Yeah, but like I don't know, it just gave like little boy vibes.
Oh
like,
no,
that's what I mean?
That's a thing.
Like I was just like. Creepy,
very creepy.
Yeah, so hotel stories I feel like are different.
They are
hotel
different.
Life is just different
because
like you would run into like people on the weekends, like sugar daddies coming in with a different girl all the time. Literally this guy like paid us $50 to go find him condoms because he was like with this girl, like we ran out of condoms and then he couldn't buy any, and he was like, and he was a known guy who comes in with a different girl like every Saturday. Every Saturday would be a different girl. And then what else? We just had so many. I kind of miss working in the hotel. Like,
would you? I don't know how you. I mean, I guess you would know. Like, if a guy comes in with his wife, you would know that it's a wife, and then another time you would see it's a different girl.
Oh, that'll happen too. Like, usually, one time this guy would come in with a different girl like all the time, so we always saw he was single. Then all of a sudden one day he like introduced like this girl as his wife, and then we were just like, we're like, and then the way that we would honestly, Meryl Streep, we would win
Viola Davis,
Oscar nominations for like the way we would just be like, oh my god, he talks so much about you, because it would be like regular customers who were there all the time, so we'd be like, oh my god,
like the man's regular, but the
like
girl,
he's always here, like, oh my gosh, like it's so nice to meet you. Like shit like that. Like we would come in, like there would be times where like guys would come down and like request that like their I forgot what it's called. Well, basically like it shows that they're not even checked in. Like you can't, if somebody calls, ask for them,
the other person isn't,
like, so they'll come in, they'll be like, okay, I want to be marked as this or whatever. Okay. Like say marked away. And then it basically says like, so they're checked in our system, but their name would basically be like non-existent. Okay. So you can't even say like that person is checked in. You'll just be like, yeah, no, I don't have a person by that name at all. Like even if
basically
somebody
just like the room is occupied.
Because like if somebody were to be like, Because if somebody didn't do that and then like their wife called and they were like, oh, well, is John so-and-so here? And he's in room this and that. Like if they knew the room number, then we would call in or whatever. So we'll call in. But like, even if somebody called in, knew the room number, like we would not say
no.
anything if they like signed up. Like, we would just, like,
that's
we're like, we don't have anybody who stays like
wow
by that. Because girls will come in and they'll be like, my man is upstairs, he's cheating on me, blah blah blah. Like,
and if they're checked in under whatever you just said, you would just be like, they're not here.
Yeah, we'd be like, I don't have anybody like that in our system.
Wow.
But like, even if we did know somebody on that, like,
yeah, that's what
whatever,
I'm saying.
we couldn't really even say anything if their name wasn't on it. Because like I said, women would come in and be like, my man is here, I need to know if he's checked in. We can't really say it legally, but then like if they knew like a room number, then we
could be like,
yeah, we'll call up.
Yeah.
Like we could call up. But even if they're like marked away, we can't call up at all. You can't even act. You literally
that's
physically
good to know.
act.
Let me know what the term is. So I'm just kidding.
Yeah, honestly, people do it all the time. They're just like on like a do not like call or whatever,
kind of thing or whatever.
Like you literally cannot say anything that they're
wow
there. Yeah, people are crazy.
Are girls crazy or are the men to the Hauxs? Maybe
both of them
both.
crazy.
Yeah.
Both of them crazy because I'm sure like most of the women are still sticking beside them man.
Yeah,
so they all crazy.
Just a bunch of crazies, really.
One time that happened and like the girl like came in, she was going crazy. I don't know, I think cops came in because like they were fighting, and literally like she was mad because she couldn't get up or whatever. She was like, I know he's here, It was so weird. We had to write a note and physically like slide it under the guy's door and be like, this and that. And then he came down the next day and put his thing on away and was like, don't let anyone know that.
What a mess.
Yeah. Yeah. Shady. Hotels are shady. But hey,
to each his own.
Yeah.
Live your life.
But anyway, guys, episode 5 is a wrap. And make sure you're following us on Instagram, the Insta Ho, and following us on all our social media. Like, follow us specifically because we're like that girl,
literally.
And also,
those girls.
Guys, if you have any crazy like dating stories, or what are your preferences? Do you agree with my preferences? Do you agree to an extent? What are your like
do you
dating
have a specific type?
Yeah, like what kind of guys do you guys go for, or girls do you guys go for? And guys, let us know, like, does a girl talking about sports like actually do something for you? But yeah, let us know. Comment below. Make sure you're submitting your stories and following us on socials, and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Yes,
guys, it's been a pleasure. See you next week.